Okay, so we've recorded a few looks, and in our recording of these looks, you'll notice that they are all a time 5, and every time I hit the go button, it takes 5 seconds for them to complete the change from what the look was in Q1 to the look in Q2. Q3 is also a time 5, and when I hit the go button, go, it takes 5 seconds for it to complete its change. Now, timing is an essential part of lighting. It's one of the key elements is movement and how we move from one look to the next look. And so timing needs to be adjusted, and timing can be very sophisticated, but in its most gentle version, let's take a look at our next cue. Our next cue, if I remember correctly, is a blackout. Let's just clear that, and I'll hit the go, and we fade, and everything is going out. Everything is green and is going down and arrives at a value of 0. And it took 5 seconds. Now, let's say I want that to happen instantly. It's like a bump out at the end of a song, or it's the end of a dramatic scene, and we want that to happen in a time 0. The time key is over here at the bottom of our memories, and if we say time 0, enter, we can now change that time to time 0. So let's go back and look at it. We go back into our Q3, and now when I hit the go button, instead of fading, everything is going to bump out. Right? I'll do that one more time. I'm back in Q3, standing by for Q4. Q4, go, and everything bumps out. Okay, so we look at that. Maybe that's too fast. Let's make that a time 1. Enter. Now it's a time 1, and now let's go back and look at it. And stand by, and go. And we fade in a quick 1 count. Now, time has several parameters, right? Or it can go to several places, right? So right now, if we were to back up into Q2, right, in Q2, and we want to fade and add channel 3, right, right now it takes 5 seconds. Maybe we want that to be somewhere between 1 second and 2 seconds. We can give it a time 1.5, enter. And you can see that I can have a decimal place there, right? So let's go back and look at it, and let's see what happens. And now I hit go, and it took 1.5 seconds for channel 3 to fade up and 2 to fade down. Yeah, so let's take a look at one more. Let's go back. We can actually go to another decimal place. Let's say time 2.25, enter. And now you can see my time value is assigned here as time 2.25. If we back it up, that's going to the hundredths of a second. That's really fine-tuning a cue number or a cue time, but it took 2.25 seconds or 2.25 seconds to do that. If you're looking to make something really long, you can do it in minutes or in seconds. It's rare that you're going to have anything that's really long, but if we gave it a time of 120, you can see this colon appears here, enter, and now that's going to be in 1 minute and 20 seconds. Yeah, how about time 60, enter. That's 60 seconds. Yeah, right. So yeah, 120 seconds, or 1 minute and 20 seconds. That did it right, right? Time 120, right, is 1 minute 20. Time 440, enter, is going to be 5 minutes and 40 seconds, right? So it's all in seconds, and it adds up. Again, it's rare that you're going to have something that runs that long, but that's time and how we can set time for our cues. Now, let's say that that's a typo, and you want to go back to a default time. All you have to do is hit time, enter, and it'll go back to its 5 count. That's time with no value enter, and it will return it to whatever its default time, whatever the default time for the board is. And that's a little bit about Cue time.